Yes, there you are. Good morning. It is 1:25, almost 1:30 here in London. My hair is a mess. All over the shop. And this is our 1205 in No Man's Sky. My name is Mark. I am your pilot. I'll be guiding you through the inky blackness. Oh, this arm there, this bit over here, inky blackness of space. We'll start with the morning roundup. First off, an apologies to anybody who tried to join the Star Wars Jedi Survivor stream yesterday. YouTube and my PlayStation had a little bit of a falling out. My PlayStation said I was streaming, but I wasn't streaming at all. So that whole stream has disappeared to the ether. On my side, everything seemed fine on the PlayStation. What I should have done is, what happens when you do that, when you start a stream, you get a confirmation email sent to your inbox, which I've now got, but I should be also monitoring the stream live, and I wasn't doing that. A lovely time. Nobody was there. I thought, oh, it's Easter Saturday, people are busy. But, shame. Anyway, more on that later on when I stream that particular game. Let's get back into No Man's Sky. Let's bring home this industrial expedition. We've got some superconductors, nitrogen salt, Herox units, activated indium, sure. This combat mission, by the looks of it. The ratio of Death from Above. Grantine semiconductor units, obviously, loads of units. This is I think, a balance mission? Yes. Okama from Trouble with Lichen. Unrefined pyrite grease, some units, album pearls, iridescent sac venom, and home. And a jar of alien tubers. An innie from Olivine Window, another balanced mission by the looks of it. Yes, get relics, activated indium, dirty bronze, storage augmentation, sac venom, activated emerald, unrefined pyrite grease, Viking daggers, neural ducts, and a big old bag of units. And finally, a combat mission. That was with the WASP factory. Corvex casing, semiconductors, they're useful. Chromatic metal units. And home. For one moment there, I looked at that, I thought one of my lockers has been knocked over. But no. I thought, who did that? Who knocked over their locker? What's happening with this stellar extractor core? Well, that's making sulfurine. That's great. And there's a load of chromatic metal in there as well. Let's put that in the various slots it needs to go to. I'll have a look at that, where that sulfurine's actually going in a bit. Let's have a look. It's going in the right place. Good. No need to pick any extra carbon. I think I can, I'll do some pocket tidying. I should be better at this. I should tidy my pockets when I come home, not when I'm just about to go out again. Nip buds, that's a point. I'll go and, yeah, I'll go this way. chill down my nip buds. I'm sure that's gone into the freighter slot. It has. We've got some teleport coordinates. They can go in here. Hot ice. Well, it can go in that. Lots of hot ice there. We've got a cargo bulkhead, which we've not used, which I will do. I'm going the wrong way for that. I am a bit bleary. I did oversleep this morning. But it's Sunday. Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday. No, I'll put it there. Lovely. Sodium goes in my spaceship. Those can be sold. We had a look at those yesterday. And I just need to, well, put those semiconductors away because they're useful. And those superconductors too. Yummy, yummy superconductors. And now just do some tidy up. They can go there. Nitrogen salt can go in the pile, can't they? Yeah. Yellow elements. Did I use a bit of iridescent yesterday? No. Looks like I used some geodesite, not iridescent. They can both go in there. They're yellow. That's a trade item. That's a trade item. So is that. That can go there. That can go there. That can go there. Nice. And because, oh, that's also out of place. And these. Cool. That gives me an idea of what I need to sell. Because when you actually bring up that inventory on the collected terminal, it seems chaotic. I can't work out what the order is. But we will sell some stuff first, just to make space. The Gek relics can go. The chromatic metal can go. I'm selling from the wrong inventory. What an idiot. Well, that's proven I've not had any coffee. Corvax casing, Viking daggers, convergence cubes, Viking effigies, and Gek relics are what I'm missing. And I sold my chromatic metal, but that's not too much of a problem. Definitely got enough chromatic metal for days, and I will make more. Just standing still in the yellow star system happens. That happens. Okay, well, let's be a bit more careful with my cavalier attitude to selling items and make sure I am in the right inventory. Specialty couplers, they can go activate emerald, sac venom, the hybrid grout throat, roots or tubers. Not a great price, but that can go, that can go, that can go, that can go. Unstable gel can go. Herox can go. Viking daggers, Corvax casings, iridescent, and everything else. Oh no, activated immune can go. The jar of alien tubers. That looks alright. we can sell the living glass in Boudoir and find other economies for the other stuff. So let's pop over to my settlement. There we go. And let's have... Oh, we're not warping. Can you tell I've not actually had any coffee yet? I can. So let's fix that. Yep, that's coffee. I will be, I think I'm, finishing up my cat sitting today. And I'll be back in the regular haunt tomorrow with my camera all aligned. None of this mysterious YouTube dropout nonsense going on. In fact, actually, Andy's got a far better internet connection to than mine. So I think there's something else at play, but let's pick up the production. And resolve the citizen dispute. Well, Citizen Jane Zaga and Citizen Dygart. Jane Zaga and Citizen Dygart claim ownership to the same sealed crate. Ultraviolet inspection reveals unusual biological scans. The material is fresh and reactive. Who has the true claim? I don't know. Which one of you has the true claim? Not going to say anything? Well, see, this thing here, that there's an unknown outcome, worries me. So, Citizen Dygert, you get the claim. And we have a sentinel attack. I might do this by hand. It's interesting that they've reduced the ferocity of their attack. It used to be at least 6 units, it's now down to 3. The only thing which has changed in my settlement is they are leaving the Minotaur by the city square, which is where the city, I shouldn't say city. Town square? Let's go with that. I'm going to put the Minotaur back on its base. The idea was that it would just make it easier, it wouldn't have to walk it over. But if it's just going to be 3 sentinels, I can do them by hand. I mean, I can do... I'm not bragging. I am bragging. It's exactly what I'm doing. What happened to the welding shop? Uwaxusc. Thank you. That's very kind of you. That overseer demonstrates wisdom in the Quemo cat duties, fighting respect. But do you want to? All right, now you're thinking about a friend. That's fine. That's a nice emotional. No idea what I'm doing. Right. Okay. Here we are. Off to parking lot. Parking lot is my agricultural farm. Interestingly, it's about the same distance. No, it's a lot closer to Atlantis Crossing and Stings, that Sting system, than where I am on my capital ship, which is a whole galaxy away. Come on. Excellent. Let's make the morning production. 2 acid, 2 unstable gel. We'll do the base layer because there's still in my head the idea that some of these sort of intermediary components were short. Not lead and glass, I've got loads of that. But the heat capacitors and the polyfiber, so 2 sides of that production, the ones that make the liquid explosives and the circuit boards, were a bit short. And we can have a look. Have a look here if I can remember which one we're in. Here's Huey. See polyfiber. I'm down on polyfiber. Yeah, I'm alright with not making anything bigger than this, just to bring up the stock levels here. I wonder whether, yeah, I do. I was going to say something. Let's have a look at, just think about a layout change here. I think 4 hot ice is a bit excessive. I think we're going to bring them out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, just it's a bleary like Sunday morning for me. My brain is not moving at full capacity at all. More coffee, obviously. Goodbye, Soiza. Goodbye, Soiza. I think that's how you pronounce it. $214,000 light years from the center of the Calypso galaxy. Put the hot ice in here and the unstable gel. Unstable gel is so easy. Cactus flesh. So very simple. It's really a refined form of cactus flesh. But mix that with acid and you're getting liquid explosive. Okay, so these things still need to be sold. We can have a wandering route around the various star systems. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to Bois. I've got loads of liquid glass to sell. And Bois definitely offers good return for liquid glass. And those ones you need to hang on to. If you're into liquid glass manufacturing, find a base that will give you good return, because majority of them won't. They're not very popular. Easy to make though. Let's see. See, 2.9% above list price. Wonderful. The superconducting fibre can go here as well. I'll sell those unstable gels. Hot ice isn't great, but that can go. Alright, for the remainders, we're in that economy, we're in a high-tech economy. Manufacturing, and trading. Alright, well, let's find a good manufacturing economy. That's the big cog. Lucisan is prosperous. Excuse me. Coffee is beginning to seep into my consciousness. Bromide salt, that can go. The relapsed dark crystals can go. The unrefined pyrite grist can go. But this is the advanced alloys. That's trading. That's high tech. So, and you can see how easy it is to move between locations. As long as you've been to a location with a transporter, you should be able to go back to a location with a transporter. It's a very easy mistake to make if you are travelling between star systems, not to visit the space station. If you visit the space station, then you get access to that place again through this network. Not all of them. You would need to put something more permanent in place, like a base. But it's a good thing to remember to do. Oh, we've got 4 expansion slots there. That's building up. Oh, we've got some suspicious shield modules as well. Let's have a look. That blew up. So 10% and 33. 33 and 33, 30. They're all 33s, aren't they? So this one's bang up for selling. And I am just wandering around like a fool. There we are. When this the layout of this place is of my design, and I still get lost. Not because it's a bad layout. It's not. It's a great layout. I love it. But yeah, everything from this point on is laid out to my specifications. And it makes sense to me. The only issues I've got is if this is the dividing line of the ship, the symmetry axes, then why am I doing a kink here? This whole thing is one unit over. I don't know if he's sad or happy or yeah. This guy. Not convinced. I like the terrarium. At least there are 2 fish in there, or 3 fish in fact, and the weird thing which doesn't count as life. And up here we do have the fossil room. My reptilian fossils are here. Some of the larger ones are out here. We've got 2 more reptilians. We've got a protoform here and a... Is that reptilian? What's this then? Quadruped. Quadrupeds, right. We've got an avian one, a reptilian one. Very nice. Very nice. I'm liking... I might copy that. Just here. The again, this is thanks to looking at Antler Mama's builds, and she does a great job of decorating her places as well as incorporating her bases into nature. I'm not into base building at all. It's yeah. Just something that doesn't really... But using wonder builders, we can, yeah, keep flowers that you like. You can do this as many times as you like. Okay, that's a bit of a wander. That means I can put more plants around the base, and I like that. They are a bit ethereal in appearance. Because they are just protections of the real thing, but yeah, generally better than not having them at all. And maybe one day I will sort out this issue that this is off center. I would have to... I'm not doing it now. Do you really think this brain can work out that? I mean, it's not hard, it's just, yeah, I'm very stupid this morning. So, let's have a look at what we can explore. Does it tell me how? Yeah, it's 21. Cool. Yeah, so we came into Bior, the 17th Bior system. And I thought most of them didn't sound too exciting. Blighted doesn't sound too exciting. High energy sounds just like a headache waiting to happen. High radio source. I wish it was just full of different pirate radio stations, but no. Terraforming Catastrophe, my favourite band from the lower stuff from the 80s and 90s. Bountiful and Bountiful. So we've got 2 Bountiful planets, one with rings. I will mark Yovonna Prime, because when you get out into the inky blackness of space, it can be difficult to identify planets because they can be covered in cloud. They can be covered in cloud. Cumulonimbus. Or just cumulus, to be fair. See my brain working again? Can you feel the silence? Hey Merchant First, how are you? Where are you from? Well, dude, follow your heart. Follow your heart. If if this isn't the world for you, come and meet me. Come and chat with me, and we will look at that. I'm not saying leave the ship immediately at all, but if I can help facilitate your career path, that's what good managers do. All right. How are you guys? Namo, Supervisor Namo, greetings. The freighter life form stands to attention as in era. Formality is fine. Stashing away some products they're ready for trade. Freighter life must be a lucrative opportunity for enterprise and Gex. Yeah, that's fine. Again, it's one of the questions I always had when I started to think about what this whole freighter life means. When you get a freighter, you're told you're taking control of it. You don't take control of it. It still remains with the crew. You ask the crew to fly around. You don't fly around yourself. It's not like getting in a spaceship like this, where you're at the controls. You have maybe in more of a commander position or an admiralty position, a high admiralty position. But they are doing their own thing. Ships come in here to dock, presumably to trade, and I presume the frigates do. There's one over here. This isn't my ship. This is somebody else who's here to a whole fleet of them. I have no input, output, throughput on what these ships are doing here. So I presume the freighter itself is still essentially independent, just with my guidance on top of it. And I presume the same with the frigate missions. I presume they're taking something off the top to make it worthwhile to do that. I'm giving them the fuel and the instruction to go there, and they're giving me a share of their profits, essentially. See, this is how my mind works. I wouldn't recommend it on anybody. Coming up with all these stories. Meanwhile, the hapless Admiral will nip out into the inky blackness of space to go and visit planets. Before I do, I am going to nip to the space station, just over here. Try not to hit those delicate antennae. Come on, in you come. Nice. And I'm going to take the stairs. And again, this is something that lurks in my brain. What I don't think a fellow traveller. Ailstotne, how are you? I approach the lost traveller. Their skin is translucent, as if they are not truly there. Now, the last traveller I met, he postulated that there is only one traveller per iteration or galaxy. So this is fitting into that idea. I saw you there speaking to myself. I've had such terrible dreams. I should have not sought the Atlas. I should have not listened to their voices. I'm going to kill again. And when I do, I'll find you. Blood caked across my exosuit, flesh within my teeth. I can't stop it. I see this future as if it has already happened, as it will happen. Nothing can prevent it. What can I do? How can I live with this knowledge? I will say the future is not their fault, because that's true. No, fine. Well, he's convinced. It is I will do what I do because I am myself. You should leave. I'm experiencing some sorts. Such terrors. Dude. Well, they gave me some nanites, which was nice. We're all murderers. Hi. Yes, technology merchant Lumus stripped. Yes, Lumus stripped. I would like you to have a look at my upgrades. Yeah, and buy them all. That's nice, isn't it? Yes, there you go. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I've had my button on mute up from sneezing. My apologies. I am interested in upgrade modules. I'm interested in rocket upgrades. I can't see any. Starship shield, infra knife. I think my infra knife is pretty powerful. The only other weapons I have are the positron and the rockets. I wonder if it's... Where are the rockets? What's that doing there? Hold on one sec. Let's have a look at my tech slots. That seems out of place, doesn't it? Let's do that. That seems out of place too. That was over here. That's 5329. And moving it to adjacency, it moves it up to 68481. That's very good. What I'd really like to do is get some more upgrades for my rocket launcher. My upgrade slots are here, here, and here. It's interesting that I've supercharged the slot with an upgrade. I don't think that is efficient. Should we have a quick... What we're going to do is move down the launch thruster ones to give me a little bit more space. Space. I need space. Alright, this should... I can't try to remember if it's maneuverability that this will affect. I think it will be. Right, so beforehand it's 1794.8. What I'm going to do is move them all down. Ah, there's a super slot there. And my maneuverability drops down quite considerably. $14.53. But that 794 it's roughly the same. It is exactly the same, 1794.8, even with that supercharged. Yeah. So what do I know? It definitely has an effect. That's weird. And now it's gone down to how is it now lesser than it was before to put them back in the same slots? Well, I could move that out of the way and put that back in. Why does that become so strong? We're now 1848. Just bear with me a second. I just need to get a tissue. It won't be long. Because I'm sitting here streaming, absolutely streaming. Alright, so this is now 1848.8. I can move these back up. Adjacency is such a dark art, it really is. And it looks like I could put some launch thruster upgrades down there. We've got 9, a block of 9 here, and maybe I could put another one in here. Let's see what he's got. I say he, shouldn't really. There's a C class. Launch thrusters and pulse engine. B class pulse engine. So I'm thinking it's not A class. If I buy that, it's only 87 nanites. Install that. It blows. This does 11 and 2. 11 pulse drive fuel efficiency and maneuverability 2%. That's a maneuverability of 12. And 20. That's 36. That's supercharged anyway. Yeah. Waste of money. This is the only issue with buying them, is because you don't get the full details of what's in them. It can be a real waste of money. Oh, nanites, really. Alright, okay. Enough messing about. Made some friends. This traveller is a psychopath. Alright, as I say, it would be very difficult to identify that planet from another planet that was overcast. So I'm glad I put the marker on there, but let's go to Yovonna Prime. Let's explore the inky blackness of space. That voice is definitely partly inspired by the great Carl Sagan. Famous Blue Death. It's not very good, Carl Sagan, I have to admit. I wonder how, do impressionists, instead of, because the voice you hear inside yourself is not the voice that is projected. As much as you want it to be, definitely the voice inside my head is actually much better than the voice that I hear, but because we're hearing it from inside. But then you hear it back on tape and think, ooh, who the hell's that guy? What an idiot. Welcome to Yovonna Prime. Weather is hot. Misty. We're flying in an easterly direction. I'm going to fly north for no other reason. See if we can see any bases. We've got some more floating island plants. I like those. I wonder if we can distinguish them from the other one. Here's a little base. Landing conditions aren't perfect. But look at it, it looks like it's just a waypoint or a flag. Nothing too exciting. some delphiniums. Not delphiniums, digitalis. And these orchids, I love these. And it's pretty nice, it's rainy. We're not actually in a storm. It's just a rainy old planet. Which will explain why the plants are so pretty. There is no correlation between rain and beautiful plants. There aren't, it's true. So, 8 life forms to find. I'll scan that. And I like a lot of these plants, but that one I'm going to add to wonders. I'm going to call it compare and contrast. Letters. Contrast. We have a sentinel right there. He doesn't seem too bothered by me, which is nice. Interesting fireflies. Something over there. I couldn't really get a lock on it, so let's go and see. There's knowledge stone, which I might as well take advantage of. Ah. Tentacled creature. Something over there as well, 100 units, possibly over the brow of that hill. Another bouncer, slower. We've got some flying things up here. Just need to get a lock on. There we go. That's 4 of 8. Well, aren't you a hideous monstrosity of a being with your sort of rubbery eyes? There's another flying thing. So that's 5 of 8, only 3 more to go. What a pretty world. Have I done those? Yes, and these? Yep. Well, this is a very pleasant world, even at night time. Not much bioluminescence going on, but kind of everything. I missed an animal back there, which is now vanished. There. vanished. I think it might be subterranean. Might be. Yeah, it's a skimmer. And that's 6 of 8, that's good. One would expect with continual rainfall like this. Just another flag, how about that? Not even a building to call itself a home. Gacken Hill. Okay, can't see anything, any other red dots. But seeing 3/4 of the planet's biodiversity from one point is pretty good going. Apologies for the motion. Oh, get them out of my inventory. Don't want to get caught smuggling. Cool. Let's have a look at the discovery page and see what we're missing. 2 underwater animals. Alright, I would have thought water would be an important plant on a rainy planet. There are some lakes down there. But I think we'll want to head towards the sea. I'll bring the ship here. Yeah, they're pretty shallow. Let's go out into the old inky blackness. I do think it's worthwhile having a look at the sunny side as well. So let's head over there. Get through the cumulus layer. We've got another citizen dispute back at the Atlantis crossing. Those guys. Cape's flowing the wrong way, but never mind. Right, let's go for a swim. 140 degrees in storm. Wow. Straight in with the scanning here. Nice. We've got some large almost land-based, water-based animals. I suppose like a Gugong could be like that, considered. Not necessarily, well, it is built for the sea, but they've got legs and not fins. Okay, what's that? Love that one. Another one, a sort of cow-like animal who has stayed in the water. It's only water and a stranger's tear. Alright, well that's it. I need oxygen before I die. Coral, beautiful. Beautiful sea. Choppy seas ahead. But let's try to stay below the water. It's a bit more efficient. I'm using your jetpack as a propeller, submersible. This is actually a floating island as well. Look. There's my ship. I don't think this is the greatest place to have your photo taken. It's 2 p.m. That's fine. We'll head back to land. Try and get some of this lovely biodiversity. Lovely. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hit that. Well, there's a little base over there. We could see what that offers, if anything. Again, just a flag. Nice, okay. Let's go into photo mode. Bring the sun over to there. We can see rain. Much fog. Let's bring that down so we can see a little bit more of the background in. Nice. I'm going to change the time of day to, this is morning, I'm going to change it to evening. But I think gloaming is normally, it doesn't really matter, it's in the evening, isn't it? Is there much difference? No. Again, I need to factor in that I will be putting a banner on top of this. Yeah, okay, I'll take that. Click. Not my best. Maybe we try one over here. They seem very high up, that's the only problem. No, that's do. I'm going to move on. The other one, other planet in this system that I'd like to check out is that one there with the rings. So let's set the controls on that. Get my nanites for the creature bonus. It used to be that if you had a planet with just one animal in it, you wouldn't get a nanite bonus. You wouldn't get the Flora Discovery bonus. And they've changed that, which is, I think, a good idea. So we've got some floating islands by the looks of it. Wow. Possibly some waterfalls. Again, just a lonely old flag. People are missing out here. What a beautiful high security. Aha, it's a waypoint, so potentially the autophage. I don't think I'm going to be messing too much with the autophage. Messing sounds the wrong word, doesn't it? We might learn some words. Divergent construct old Jawu. Hello, previous entity. Are you a friend of the autophage? I am. Have a gift. Do you hear her too? She speaks to all electronic entities. Her signal is unique. Her Uwaxusc, Ailstotne, we all hear it. I dream her voice. Ubai, I, Axabi. Again, still having problems with the language. So, any chance for? Oh no, not that, not that. Again, like the off-center look. Practice language. Request word. Technology. Thank you. Exocraft. I now know the word for exocraft. I don't believe that sentence contained the word exocraft at all, but so we've got some other animals over here. Let's see if we can be that blue sentinel colouring is not good for me. Now, I've alerted the sentinels. Do I feel suitably fit enough to take them on? I don't actually have a granular feel for that. I don't mind doing that. Bolt casters are automatically charged. Both paralysis and plasma are low. I don't really want to recharge them specifically. There's a nice cave here. There's 12 animals. What have we got? Rare ground, rare ground, rare ground. Uncommon flying to iron ore. Then went 2 underwater here. And then 3 underwater, 4 underwater, and an underground always active. So, well, let's have a look. Let's do a bit of spelunking. Should really scan the mites and tights. I think that's a flying object, but there, 144. I know this is me going out of a cave. I was saying I was going to just... Oh, come on. Climb the hill. There. Another ground one. Nothing else? Don't think so. Oh, 2 over there. How far? 167. Should be there. Yeah. So that's 2 more found. 2 more species. Uncommon underground isn't, you know, too arduous, I would hope. Just got to remember where that cave entrance was. It was really big as well. And I've lost it. Come on, Katie. What's that? Aha. Alright. I'm going left arm trailing. Bunch of vortex cubes. Oh, hello. So what does that leave me with? Rare ground, always active, uncommon flying, underwater, underwater, underwater. Cool. Well, that was very quick. Nice cave. So we've still got a rare ground one to find. Looks... Not doing anything. Am I really in the mood for this? I don't have a really open space. This would do. Terrain is your first obstacle when it comes to battle. Let's go. Come at me. So we're up to level 3, this should involve a dog. Where's the doggy? Bad refueling by me. Trying to use the terrain as an asset here. Shield's a bit low. Quick over to terrain manipulator. Give myself a little hole. Oh, you dug yourself a right hole, haven't you? And wait for my shield to regenerate like that. Don't rush. All that time underground and I didn't spend any of it reloading my boltcaster. Reload little and often. Any little gap in the conflict you can manufacture like that. Is a time to reload. We'll need to damn it. Okay, this is a big hole. And this needs refueling. Well, that was no good. I'm so far down here. I'm going to create myself some staging. No, that's fine. What are you doing, multi-tool? Why are you... Why have you changed? Let's reset the Sentinel force. Oh, God. So you're back to 0. And I was hoping to actually deal with them fully. But now I have to start again if I'm going to do that. Why? Got the wrong weapon in hand, that's why. Four by me again. Nice. It's the shield which is the key factor here. Work. Oh, come on, don't fall down a massive great big hole. And I've gone back to 0 again by the looks of it. Mm-hmm. That was quite close. That one's shield. Very close on my shield again. Oh, shield, come on. How very dare you. Do you not feel good? That requires refueling on plasma. All right. 55 seconds. I do not want them to abandon their search. I want my shield to come back any second now. There we go. And now take on. That last one just blew up for the hell of it. Oh my word, that was something else. We can all now breathe. Pick up that hard frame engine. What we really want, I'm not sure I've got yet. There's the leg. Is the walker brain. Yeah. The rest of the other stuff, it's kind of nice, the purple ones which might contain quad servos. They're kind of useful. But, I mean, what's the technique here? First off, use terrain to your advantage. So try to put them and hills between you, so as they cross the brow of the hill, that gives you a line of sight on them. Destroy, in the early stages, definitely this. When it's all flying sentinels, destroy the small ones first. They are support vessels, and they will recharge the shields of the ones that are firing on you. If you get rid of them first, you can then turn your attention to the ones that are firing on you and get rid of them much quicker. It's really frustrating when you've just taken a sentinel down to a little limitation, you know, the one, like, they've just got a tiny bit of shield left and you have to move on, and then one of these support vessels comes in. They look like a kind of a bit of a round with a tall thing. They're not firing on you, so get rid of them first. The next ones are the triangular ones, because they're radio sentinels. Don't want a Gravitino ball. And I'm just looking around for any other valuable things I left. That's the other thing. Try and keep yourself contained geographically. Especially if you're doing it for the rewards, if you're doing it for the stuff they drop. Because it's very easy to get confused. If you are on a brow of a hill, look at the, look in the valley for things. As soon as you start getting ground-based sentinels attack you, so the dogs and the walkers, my personal preference is to have plasma grenades or what's the other one? Oh, come on. I'm going to have to look at the word. This one here. Paralysis. Oh, why couldn't I say that? Because words is hard, that's why. Words is hard. Paralysis mortars are great because they will freeze them for a small second. about 2 or 3 seconds, and then you can hit them continually. So it's fire one of those onto them, and then fire whatever your weapon is of choice. Mine is the bolt caster. Many other people use other things. I think is it the scatter blaster? This thing, pulse splitter. It's quite popular with people. But if you want to use the shotgun, the scatter blaster, that's fine. The weapon of choice is your weapon of choice. My bolt caster is relatively powerful, so all of this is upgrades to my bolt caster, and it's quite a powerful weapon. So yes, walking sentinels, anything on the ground. Try to get good with using either paralysis mortars to freeze them and then fire upon them, or plasma launchers. That's what I use the plasma launchers for. I wait for walking ground-based sentinels to come in, and then use plasma launchers exclusively on them while you're running, because they will track you. They will be firing on you all the time with a continuous beam. So trying to get in front of that beam and then aiming at them and throwing plasma launchers at them will take them down a lot quicker than any other weapon you've got in your disposal. When you get to walkers, there are 2 types of walkers. There's the let's call it grade 1 walker. I presume it's got a name. Again, plasma launchers or the paralysis mortars, good sense of attack. But when you get to the big guy, and that's when you get the 3 lines across the top of the screen, which will tell you his bits of his body which need damaging. If you can get into a hole, as I did, they'll gather around that hole, and as the walker guy walks across and he can't actually fire on you, you can fire up and take him out again using those plasma launchers or paralysis and then firing with your natural weapon. I've only got those 2 secondary weapons in my arsenal on this multi-tool, so I can only move between paralysis and plasma. Both of them are good. I don't want the shield. The shield is just another thing to take into account. I've never got on with it. I don't like the compact scope because, again, it means you're holding it down another button while you're firing, and I want to keep things simple. So that's it. That's it really. And as soon as you see your shield going to about half its value, think about digging a hole and digging in. How far is the Sentinel Pillar from here? It's 1843 by foot. I think I've discovered all the animals around here. And why have I done that? That's the other question. Why did I even bother with this fight? Well, it's going to make me finding the remaining animals a lot easier if I manage to disable all the sentinels. See, look, all these barrels down here. This is what, because I was fighting on a hill. A lot of these barrels are rolled down that hill. I saw a blue one over here. Green are ordinary barrels. Well, maybe not. Maybe I didn't see one. Deuterium, maybe I saw that instead. It can be, battle can be very confusing. Again, the other thing you don't want to do is run out of exosuit power. I did get damaged. So let's repair those slots. And that, having those damage meant my shield was less powerful, which makes sense to me because I did think it was going quick, and I should have looked at that. So that's a note for me going forward. We have a sitar drone. I'm going to go over to the Sentinel Pillar just to finish off the job. I'm not sure whether that's a star bulb. Yeah. I need to do this. But I'm gonna. Now this Sentinel Pillar is kind of close to where I fought them, so I don't think there'll be much Sentinel activity around here, because this is where they would have been dispatched from. Yep. Do I need to shut anything down? Boundary node exposed. Yeah. They say currently disabled, so that's fine. I'll access the logs. We've got Ariadne as the access code. Before the Traveller family, I heard a voice in the darkness. She gave me a name. Laylaps. An old name. Not very nice, man. She said it would be known as to the Traveller. Really? She told me I had suffered much and would suffer more. Well, that's nice. Laylaps. Little drone, whose end was so like my own. Thus did the abyss whisper. I'll have a look at the technology. It's an A-class exotic. Let's have a quick look at my multi-tools that I've got. No, that was the wrong thing. Don't want to do this. Stop it. Go away. Log off. Keeping the basilisk crown. I'm going to get rid of Ghost Arc, I think. It's an A-class. Yeah, because I'm going to... This is a better scanner range. Okay, I'm going to exchange it. I can always make another staff. Let's repair these things. Luckily my capital ship is in the same system that I am in right now. That gives me access to all my inventory. It's locked away in. Okay. 2 expansion slots. It does look very much like the weirding module, but let's save that. And let's see what we're left with on the fauna bonuses. An uncommon flying diurnal. Let's have a look. Oh. Did it just get our scanner range? Or any others around here? I will climb this hill. There's another barrel. And hope that the animal I was just scanning there. They're up and nice and early, and that means we have left common underwater, 4 underwater animals, which was where we were before we were rudely interrupted by the sentinels. Now, where's my ship? Not far at all from that boundary terminal. I didn't see that when I landed. Oh, there you go. Oh no, I flew here, didn't I? Yeah, there you go. What a memory. Exciting old planet though. So we can skim across the surface. We can. Okay. What I really need to do now is a nice gentle swim. So let's see if we can find a sea or an ocean. Really? And what have you found? Stational Authority cargo. Thank you. The cheek. Well, that looks like sea to me. Let's have a look. Let's dive through the cumulus. Alta cumulus, I suppose. Nice. I'm going to put myself down on this little island. And go for a swim. Well, there's one of them. That's the seahorse. There's another one over here, yeah. That's that shoal of little fishies here. Oh, we've got a sort of jellyfishy hermit crabby one, and one more to find, which is right there. Don't you just love it when it comes together? Ah. Now, those who know a little bit about the lore of No Man's Sky and the Atlas being a supercomputer here on Earth which has created this environment. Probably in the instructions of its creator, though its creator is it known to us? Yeah, I think so. If you'd follow the ARG, you get to learn about that. But within this simulation, this is the manifestation of simulation theory, in that the simulation theory being that if we can perceive that intelligent life will get to a point where it would be able to develop supercomputers that would create environments that NPCs or characters within that environment, not human interaction, but would have free will. Would they be able to distinguish it from actual reality? And the answer is no, because that is the reality they know. And if that's true, that means the numbers of reality versus the number of simulations becomes almost an infinite number, because we just don't know. If even if one does it, then there is a potential infinity of cascading simulations going all the way down. Therefore, we, if you roll the dice, are likely to be in the simulation. So that's what No Man's Sky is, and a manifestation of that idea. We know we're actually, because the lore has told us, only one level down, we are the first level. That might not be true, of course, but you know, that's what we know. Wow, lots of quad servos. And what are the Sentinels? Sentinels are part of Atlas that are doing the work for Atlas to see how well the simulation is getting on. They are there to check in. Pugnium, got loads of it. Right, I could sell that. How well the simulation is going. Atlas itself is relatively sentient, understands that because of its own study of this system, that life and death are things that happen to all entities, and therefore it is contemplating its own life and death throughout this process. To sell that. Limium, we're all right for Limium. I think so. Went past it. Yeah, we're fine with Limium. I'm pretty sure I did use some things though. Possibly from this one. Some microprocessors, some metal plate, some hermetic seals we used in repairing that multi-tool. But let's move on. We had 2 planets to discover, and we have done the discovery. Nice. We can now happily go on our way. Awful. Awful approach. Ooh, coming in together. Nice trawler. Oh, going up the stairs. How interesting. How novel. Do I want to empty my pockets? Just that to there. We've got a couple of these. I don't think these will... That will install, but let's see if it's any good. 34 shield and 67 solar power. All of these do multiples, so I'm going to pack that away. For selling, and what's this? Ah, okay. I will put that in here. What I want to do is make sure that Glassy is still my main tool. Don't want to go out and battle with that new tool. I don't think I've got anything to upgrade here. No, I don't. I think we're here because we jumped here. So let's warp. Galactic center is almost lined up for me. Let me just line that up. Get that dead in the center and go. Three, 7, 4-6. Really, I think that's not bad, but we can maybe be able to do better than 4-9. That looks good. Oh, just out of jump range. Look at that. It's just, oh no, it's all right. Pavna-Acas. Make sure I'm in the right. There we are. 5-2-4-1. That must be right at the edge of my range. It's their crib. I'm going to do that. Welcome to Pavna-Acas, number 4. Anything of interest? Another planet called Rats. Mezez. So freezing, rainy, planet of light. Bior Alpha, Hunger Beta, Frostbound, and Corrosive, and Odal 15. I think I want to go and see a planet of light, please. I think it's going to be a terraforming anomaly. Now that's a nice lilac. Or is it violet? Or is it mauve? I need to be inside my ship to make sense of what we're seeing. Alright. There's the one. Let's go and have a look at a planet of light. Oh, come on. Thank you. Here we are. Oh, well, there you go. Talking of a planet of light. We'll put ourselves down here. It is a terraforming anomaly. It's a plant. How about that? That's a mineral. But this is a plant. And it's only got one living thing. And there it is. There's another one. And it's these worlds which tie into simulation therapy, because this, we believe, would not happen in nature. Only a world like this would be created by poor instructions being issued or being interpreted. Now, what is this glowing thing called? Ralberite. If I look at my minerals, Ralberite, if I add that to my wonders, no, look. I'll call it the Planet of Light. Or how about Plane of White? Plan of White. Less letters, I can deal with that. And this is naming the Wonder record rather than the actual. What's going on here? Pretty cool though. I might take a picture. Don't get many of these to the gallon. Nice. I do love an anomaly. They're quiet, very easy to explore. No storms. All right, nice. I don't remember much about the other planets here. Got rainy, freezing, corrosive, and frostbound. We might as well go and have a look at Mezez. Starbowl means that the atmosphere is not too horrendous in its natural state. It'll be fine. There's going to be storms, obviously, because it says rainy. But the temperature will be okay. I'm going to miss whatever that was. I bet it was a trader. And once we've done this planet, we will do. I'll throw myself into a black hole and take myself to another. So I think this is a black hole system, isn't it? Quite watery. quite a lot of lonely flags. Lonely old flags. And it's broiling humidity, not boiling humidity, but broiling humidity. Something over that ridge. Hello. Oh, I like him. Euphorbia-esque plant here. Can't see any other red dots around. And I might take this opportunity to go for a swim and see what we can find. Not that deep. There's something. Lots of sea life. What are they? Weird. There's a crab-like thing. Nothing. Everything is swimming in front of me. Not allowing me to get a proper look. Come on, dude. See it spit oil at me. Have some food. There we go. Not bad. Go for a bit more of a swim just to see if we can see anything else. I don't even know if there are other underwater animals, but we'll have a look round. And I know there are 12 in total, that's the species. But I haven't looked down at the breakdown yet. Let's do that now. I've got 6 so far, and we've got 3 rare ground always active, found to the north, rare underwater, rare underground, rare underground, my least favourite. They are, I mean, don't get me wrong, when I actually find them, the feeling is great. But it can be kind of frustrating looking for them. But what we do know is that we are done with water. We found all the water animals. The rest are ground dwellers or underground dwellers. And we need to be in the north, right? For rare ground always active. This guy, who's rare underwater and found, there's one more underwater and found in the north. So how do we work out whether we're in the north or the south? We go inside our spaceship. There are 2 coordinates on the second screen to the left of the main scope. It says my handle, DJ McV, and it says plus 19, 68, 69, 70, 71. That is my Cartesian coordinate. And plus means I'm in the north, and minus would mean I'm in the south. So it's the amount of degrees between the equator and the pole. So it's worth carrying on having a swim around here. This is northerly water. Hello. Oh, get off. Abyssal horrors are not. That's what you get for that. Get killed. What's the question marks? What's the stuff I haven't scanned? No, nothing obvious. I'm trying to look at ways of swimming towards more water. Deeper water would be good. Because my impression is it makes it easier for rare water species to appear. And this was all rather shallow, this. Okay, I'm pretty convinced they're not in anywhere near me. So let's head back to my ship, which is over there. Top up my oxygen. Another quick scan to see. Well, I don't really want to be heading south. I want to be heading north. Okay. Another day, another planet. Well, it's the same planet, but nice sunset. The sea looks quite deep here, which is good. I should have really checked to see. Yes, I'm 45. I'm quite north. Look at the scope. When you're not actually focused on anything. On the right hand side, it's a local data, current time 1826, 45 degrees. Plus, which is northerly. And I'm just going to check again. Rare underwater, always active, found in the north. Come on. There you are. All right. No messing. So we've got rare ground, always active. No, they're done. Rare ground, always active here. Rare ground, always active. Rare ground, always active, and uncommon. Always active underground. Not gonna lie, I am hungry, but don't mind heading towards that facility over there. Pick up the flag. This is abandoned. There's the flag. predator. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think I found a predator species. They found me, but predators are much misunderstood. Yeah, it's alright, mate. You can have a creature predator. They're just yeah, just angry. So that's 2. 3 more. 2 of them are underground. So that is going to be my next target. Caves. Don't like just finding caves near water because they often get waterlogged, so I'm going to go out to the blackness of space about a second or two, turn around, and go over the sunny side of the world and see if I can find a good continental mass to land on. Maybe over there. There's a cave. I'm hoping it's a bit more than just a... Yeah, it does look like it goes underground rather than just a crevasse or a divot. There it is. Let's see. Huh. This is all I can see. No. Not a great cave. In the history of caves, I'll give it a 2. There's another one though. I think. No. What's the frustrating thing about looking for caves? Let's get outside of my ship. This gives me a much better view of the ground. Ooh. A real crater. not really looking at the crater, but just what is next to it. There. That looks very much like a subterranean entrance. But also descends to bedrock very quickly. As regular viewers will know, trying to find rare underground species is hard. Not complicated or taxing, only on the mental energy. It can feel like going into endless caves, which, you know, still fun to explore, but kind of energy sapping. That's that cave done. What's that building in the distance? It's a waypoint. I do like this natural crater though, it's really cool. Well, I do apologise for my yawning. We'll definitely trigger this waypoint. I don't think I'll talk too much to the autophagy. Hello. You want a pellet, don't you? There you go. But give me something to head towards. I think we're just down to the two rock dwellers now, the underground dwellers. Looking for other cave entrances. What's that? Alright, that's the settlement that they just... Okay. Can't see anything else nearby. Oh, I do apologise for the yawning. Rare underwater, rare sky and rare ground. Much easier to find. 20 minutes? But trying to find underground settlements or entrances, I shouldn't call them settlements because they're not settlements, but yeah, trying to find cave entrances in torrid conditions like this can be taxing and tiresome. I can't see anything. Nope, it's a rock. We've got a trading platform. Not that interested in. We're going back over water. This is 20 minutes away. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yawny old stream. Can't see anything. At least we can park the car on a parking space. And maybe the storm will clear shortly. Because we've got this big hill here. Well, hopefully it houses a cave. Good. What's that? Not a cave entrance. Just a divot. What? Really? Do you understand I'm trying to find caves? More. Again, kind of a little bit of a scan round. There. Again, not sure if it's a cave entrance. Not convinced at all, in fact, but I will have a landing. No. Nada bupkis. Hello. My ship over here. And there's two of them underground. That. No. No. Still no sign of a cave entrance. Still no sign of cave entrance. I've gone away all the way around this mountain. I am needing to take a break. So what I'm going to do is we might pick this up tomorrow. I'm going to go back to my capital ship. And take a rest, and we will continue this tomorrow. Don't care. 157,000 units is not worth my time. I've got to realise that. We're going to stay in the system because tomorrow I might continue my path to finish off that animal, but right now I definitely need to take a break. Hello, me health. Want to be on telly? No? Alright. Frigate send? Well, I might as well. Piracy entity Olesque. You can carry on being a pirate. After all, I'm rather piratey myself. Yeah, let's go talk to the navigator to Bronsk.
Greetings from Germany.
Hey, Skvesh, I'm actually just finishing up the stream, but thanks for coming in. Right, let's send out these frigates. This is an industrial 3-star. Who are we going to send out? X in Search of Space and Klaatu? Yeah. Really? Where did Klaatu go? There we go. 5 stars over 3. Perfect. And this is a combat. So we will send out, who hasn't been out for a while? Close to the edge, maybe? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do can go. Voyage of Discovery. Heligonia Winter, don't think it's been out for a while. And Airtight Garage can go. Again, it's 5 stars. Over 1, that's plenty. And we've got 2 balanced expeditions, which can be just support vessels. Support vessels are more rounded in their capability. And that's it. That's it. Let's save. We're not going to jump any further. We've still got a planet to finish off. That we got. But Mezez was still on 10 of 12. The other ones I'm not so interested in. Cool. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. My name's Mark. I play No Man's Sky every day, and normally around 12 noon in the UK for a couple of hours, and in the evenings I'm playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor around 9 p.m. UK time. Adjust your time zones accordingly. If in Central European time, that would be 10. In fact, I know French have a summertime. I'm not sure about the rest of Europe, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's around 9 p.m. UK time. I am moving from where I am right now, probably this evening or this afternoon. So that's going to happen. I'm going to pack up the PlayStation and all the technology and set it all up when I get back to my flat. But apart from that, that's about it for now. Please leave me nasty comments. Please, of course, spend your time to share and enjoy.